Parade Marshal Kathy Hawk leads the field out for race 1. Here they are. Number 1 is Good GOIN-CAM, owned by Dale Horney with Jeff Smith. 2 is Dr. Elbon, owned by Chip Noble. Dan Noble drives. 3 is Hey Sam, owned by Todd Meredith with Del S. Miller. 4 is Hansel Highlight, owned by Thelma Kane with Greg Grismore up. 5, Slightly Expensive, owned by Weber and Jolliffe, Bob Harper. Jail's Pokey is the 6, owned by Mel Ravello and Bam Racing Stables, Kyle Ater. 7 is Metropolis, owned by Ralph Conley Jr. with ELLIOTT DEATON. The 8 is Mingo Road, owned by Winner and Stanley, Kane KAUFFMAN. The 9 is Lee Cummins' grandson, Josh and Justin Hall. And the 10 is Civil Sam, owned by Kathy Ratcliffe and Jerry Zossel. Jeff Nisonger is at the lines. Post time now in 6 minutes. Pacers are lined up for the first. There they go. And they're off. Dr. Elbon, Slightly Expensive. JL's Pokey from 4 wide. Metropolis on the far outside. Hansel Highlight backs off in 5th. Good GOIN-CAM 6 by 2. Civil Sam, Mingo Road. And then it's Hey Sam and grandson Josh just outside of him is the trailer. Moving around to head stretch for the first time, going off stride. From center field, JL's Pokey. JL's Pokey is on a break. It's Slightly Expensive, driving on to take the lead from Dr. Elbon. Parked on the outside is Metropolis to the quarter in 27-3. Passing the grandstand, Slightly Expensive on a narrow lead as Metropolis drives up to challenge and take over under the wire with 5/8 to go. Dr. Elbon back to 3rd. Hansel Highlight 4th. Civil Sam ranging up first over in 5th. Good GOIN-CAM back to 6th. Mingo Road chased along to follow cover in 7th, 2 farther back to Hey Sam, followed by grandson Josh, and 20 lengths back to the trailer, JL's Pokey. Over to halftime, it's Metropolis, your new leader. Metropolis from Slightly Expensive, Dr. Elbon, and Civil Sam continues to make headway on the outside, the half, in a solid 56-4 off the turn, down the backstretch. Metropolis leads it, Civil Sam pressing from the outside 2nd, Slightly Expensive 3rd. Mingo Road moving up but gapping cover on the outside 4th. Dr. Elbon, no racing room 5th. 3rd over in 6th is Hey Sam, followed by Hansel Highlight, who's locked in. Grandson Josh just outside of that. Then 2 back to Good GOIN-CAM and 20 lengths back to JL's Pokey. 1:25-3. Moving around a head stretch. And Civil Sam has taken over the lead and opened up a 2.5 length advantage on Metropolis in 2nd. Mingo Road is not doing enough. 3 wide Hey Sam. Slightly Expensive doesn't have it tonight. Extreme outside. Grandson Josh there in the stretch. And it's Civil Sam leading it by 3. Metropolis is getting no closer in 2nd. Late pace, Hey Sam, Mingo Road trying to hang in there. Dr. Elbon at the rail, but it's Civil Sam home on top, but 3-length winner. Finishing 2nd, Metropolis. Mingo Road held 3rd in 1:55-1. 1:55-1. A 5-year-old brown gelding by Nobleland Sam out of Civil Disobedience by Falcon Almahurst, owned by Kathy Ratcliffe and Jerry Zossel of Orient and Columbus, Ohio. The winning trainer is Dean Collins. The winning driver is Jeff Nisonger. 1:55-1. 10-7 exact and 1980. The triple 10-7-8 4:16-80. Race field on the track, exacted trifecta wagering. 1 is Analog Man, owned by Hodkinson and Puccio. ELLIOTT DEATON drives. 2 is Hercules Sabro, owned by Jerome Grogan. Chip Noble is up. 3 is Master Joe, owned by Russ Angelbeck with Adam Rucker. Kentucky Kid is the 4, owned by Beatty, Zanikis, and Geiler. Jim Daly. 5 is Maddie's Mulligan, owned by Dick Bruchs with Greg Grismore. The 6 is Billy's 6 Shooter, owned by Billy and Opal Sizemore with Jeff Smith. 7 is Light Source, owned by Weco Investments, Inc., David Myers. 8 is Pacific Eagle, owned by Billy Sanders with Jeff Nisonger. 9 is Flashy Scooter, owned by the SmackDown stable with Bob Harper. And the 10 is Great Millennium, owned by Miller and Roth. Kyle Ater drives. Post time now in just 4 minutes. You have just 4 minutes until post time. Wager now, don't get shut out. Second race field is moving through the backstretch, and there they go. And they're off. Analog Man is showing speed. Maddie's Mulligan left from the center. Hercules Sabra nearest the rail. Pacific Eagle, the late lever from the far outside, fourth. Billy Six Shooter tucks in fifth by 2. And then it's Great Millennium, followed next by Master Joe. Another 2-length separation to Kentucky Kid, backing in second last Light Source, and Flashy Scooter trails the field. Moving around to head stretch, and Analog Man is on an open lead early on, leads at 2.5. Hercules Sabra, Pacific Eagle is parked out. Billy Six Shooter is fourth to the quarter in 26-3. So it's Analog Man loose on the lead. Elliott DEATON trying to settle him down now. He leads it by 2. Pocket sitter is Hercules Sabra in second. The long mile for Pacific Eagle on the outside third. Billy Six Shooter skims the cones in fourth. 2 back to Maddie's Mulligan, followed by Great Millennium. Then 3.5 more to Master Joe, followed by Kentucky Kid. 2 back to Light Source, and Flashy Scooter is last of the 10. Over to halftime, it's Analog Man leading the way. 54-4, insane fractions rounding the turn into the backstretch, and it's Analog Man leading by 2. Hercules Sabra is second. Billy Six Shooter is brought to the outside third. 3 lengths farther back, Maddie's Mulligan yet to pick it up in fourth. Great Millennium swings to the outside in fifth, 7 off the lead. Another 2.5 more to Light Source, who's gaining ground just outside of Master Joe. And then we have Flashy Scooter, Kentucky Kid, and 3 lengths back to a laboring Pacific Eagle. They're at the 3/4. Analog Man is in command in 1:23-3. Moving around to head stretch, it's Analog Man by 1.5 lengths. Billy Six Shooter under an all-out drive. Hercules Sabra is rallying along the inside, 5 lengths farther back to Great Millennium and Maddie's Mulligan as they make the turn for home now. Analog Man comes under urging, leads by a length. Hercules Sabra is closing in second. Billy Six Shooter trying to close on the outside third, followed next in fourth by Great Millennium. In the final yards, it's Analog Man, and Analog Man will go on to score by a length. Hercules Sabra, Billy Six Shooter. By Walton Hanover out of Valley's Bay, by Keystone Scotch, owned by Ned Hodkinson and Robert Puccio of Hilliard in Dublin, Ohio. The winning trainer, Virgil Morgan Jr. The winning driver is Elliott DEATON. It's official. 1-2 exact at 27-20. The try 1-2-6, 142 even. In the double 10-1, $53.20. There they are for the third. 1 is Suburbanite owned by Cooper and Hall. Mark Winters up. 2 is Movin' and Groovin' owned by Select Equine with Jeff Fout. 3 is Randy White's Cutting In and Greg Grismore. 4 is Universal Dream owned by Dana Parkham with Ken Holliday. 5, Janet Brown's Abernuke, the driver Dallas Miller. 6 is Thursday owned by Keith and Donna Ross with Bob Harper. 7 is Master Suite owned by Connie and Matthew Garner with Jeff Nisonger up. 8 is Emperor Halsey owned by Marmick Inc. with Dean Collins. 9 is Fakes Folly owned by the Hartley Farms and Paul Gillenwater, Todd Jones. And the 10 is Scott Glandon's Zach Bloom and Kyle Ater. Post time at 6 minutes. Third race, Superfecta Field in the backstretch and approaching the start. They're off to an even beginning. Cutting in from between horses, Universal Dream from 3 wide now. 4 wide Thursday. Forwardly placed on the rail is Suburbanite. Gap of 2, Zach Bloom 5th. Moving and Groovin' backs off in 6th position. Between horses is Abernuke. 3 wide Fakes Folly. 2 back to Master Suite. Trailer is Emperor Halsey. Moving around to head stretch, the dispute continues. Universal Dream now drives on to clear from Cutting In, but Thursday is pacing on alongside of the leader. Opening quarter, 27 seconds flat. Passing the stands for the first time. Universal Dream, a narrow lead. Here's Thursday putting early pressure on. 2 back Cutting In is third. Along the rail, Suburbanite 4th by 2, Zach Bloom 5th by 2. Moving and Groovin' is 6th, 7 off the lead. Dallas brings Abernuke to the outside 7th, 3 clear of Fakes Folly, followed by Master Suite and 3.5 back to Emperor Halsey. Moving around the clubhouse turn, Universal Dream continues to park out Thursday. Those two are going to hit the half together, 55 seconds flat. Very fast fractions here as they round the turn into the backstretch. And it's Universal Dream fending off a challenge from Thursday. Suburbanite is moving well second over, and now Mark Winters tips that one 3 wide off cover. Along the rail, cutting in, is dropping back in 4th position. Alongside of him, Abernuke has made headway from 5th. Along the inside, Zach Bloom is getting backed up in 6th. 3 wide is Master Sweet. Moving and grooving is between horses. Fakes Folly trying to rally from the back of the pack. And Emperor Halsey is last in 1:23-2. Moving around to head stretch, and it's Kenny Holiday and Universal Dream leading it by 3. Thursday was forced into the pocket. Suburbanite could not sustain his bid. Abernuke is 4th as the field straightens away and turns down the lane. And it's Universal Dream leading it by 5. Thursday is all out second. Suburbanite, Abernuke, but this is Universal Dream. The Illinois Invader is all alone at the line, a 7-length winner. 1:52-2. Tight for second, Abernuke or Thursday. Suburbanite was 4th. Universal Dream back to the winner's circle. 3 victories this season. Mile in 1:52-2. Just missing his lifetime best here on the 5/8 mile track at Scioto. It's a 5-year-old black gelding by Cam Best out of Abs Ultras by Abercrombie, owned by Dana Parham of Pembroke Pines, Florida. Robin Schatt is the winning trainer, and Kenny Holiday is the winning driver. 4-5 exacta, 1840, Super 4-5, 6-1, 870, 280. On the track, race 4, exacta trifecta pick 3 wagering. 1 is Daredevil Sabra, owned by Shaner and Elsass. Bob Harper drives. 2 is Southland, owned by Charter Oak Stable with Jim Laurent. 3 is Fielding Good, owned by Richard Householder. Greg Grismore drives. 4 is Tross, owned by Elijah Bembray with Jeff Nisonger up. 5, Mats of Fire, owned by Dino LaCastro with Elliott DEATON. 6, Sand on Fire, owned by Bill Sanders, Dallas Miller. 7 is Sociable Sam, owned by Westgate Motors, Chip Noble. 8 is Mach 5, owned by Taylor and Gosney, Kenny Holiday up. The 9 is Armbro Viper, owned by Ed Mullinax with Jeff out. Post time in just over 5 minutes. Fourth race field swings into the backstretch. There they go. And they're off. Tross, Mats of Fire, Sand on Fire, Mach 5. They're all mixing it up early. Armbro Viper on the far outside, driving on 5th. Along the rail, Daredevil Sabra is 6x2. Southland backs into a hole 7, 2.5 to Fielding Good. Sociable Sam is last. Moving around to the head of the lane for the first time, Kenny Holiday leads the way with Mach 5, but here's an early challenge from Armbro, Viper and Fout on the outside. Sitting in the pocket now is Mats of Fire third, opening quarter 27-2. Passing the grandstand for the first time, and Armbro, Viper, and Jeff Fout driving on to take command. They lead it by 2 from Mach 5 in second now. Big gap with 3. Mats of Fire third. Just in behind that one, Tross is 4th. Then it's Sand on Fire in 5th. Daredevil Sabra comes to the outside, looking to flush cover in 6th. 2.5 back to Southland, Fielding Good, and Sociable Sam. Rounding the clubhouse turn, on top of the field now, it's Mach 5. Mach 5 retook command from Armbro Viper, and Tross is rolling up uncovered. 56-3 for an honest half, rounding the turn into the backstretch. Mach 5, Tross now up to engage, and they're side by side and stride for stride. 2 back Armbro Viper skims the cones in third, second over Daredevil Sabra, length and a half off the lead in 4th, and may have to go 3 wide. Third over 5th, Mats of Fire is in contention. Sand on Fire is rallying along the rail with no racing room. Jammed between horses is Southland, 3 wide, Fielding Good from the back of the pack. Sociable Sam is last, 6 off the lead, 125-1. moving around to head stretch. Mach 5 has fought off a challenge from Tross. Armbro Viper is dropping back along the rail and being taken up sharply. 3 wide Daredevil Sabra, 4 wide is Matzafire, but they all have to catch Mach 5, who's got a 5-length lead in here. It's Mach 5 leading the way in the final 16th. Rallying is Matzafire, followed by Armbro Viper and Sociable Sam, but it's all Mach 5. Kenny Holiday with back-to-back wins, 154-1. Look like Matzafire second, tight for third. Sociable Sam are fielding good. Got a Magic Lamp by Bye Bye Andy, owned by James Taylor and Douglas Gosney of Ohio. Winning trainer driver Ken Holiday. Let him go at 7-2, 154-1. First victory on the season for Mach 5. $8.5 exact, $18.80. The 8857 69.60. Here they are for the fifth. One is Satin Affair, owned by Janet Brown with Jeff Fout. 2 is My Pal Mark, owned by Dolores Wilson. Dellis Miller drives. 3 is Grandpa Ike, owned by Charter Bryant with Tom Hall. Western Pursuit is the 4, owned by the Darby's Edge Stable with Elliott Deaton up. 5 is Old Pete, owned by Jerome Grogan with Chip Noble. Number 6, Cash Ever After, owned by Bam Racing Stables and Randy Owens, Todd Jones. 7 is Luke, owned by Paul Hill with Mick Foster. 8 is Skyway Falcon, owned by Richard Bruchs with Greg Grismore. 9 is Jim Badger, owned by the Shout Stable, Rick Shout. And the 10 is Playing in the Shadow, owned by Levan, Bobby Harper. Post time in 6 minutes. And there they go for the fifth. And they're off. My Pal Mark showing speed. Cash Ever After from the outside. Satin Affair is prominent towards the rail. Skyway Falcon comes away in fourth. Just inside of that one, Grandpa Ike is fifth. Playing in the Shadow sixth. Jim Badger looks to tuck in seventh. 2 clear of Western Pursuit. 2.5 to Old Pete, and Luke is last. Moving around to head stretch for the first time, My Pal Mark fighting it out with Cash Ever After. Cash Ever After looks to relent on the outside, and Satin Affair is up close towards the rail. Opening quarter, a quick 27 seconds flat. Passing the stands for the first time, My Pal Mark. Cash Ever After could not find a seat there and is forced to drive on. Satin Affair now third, gap of 3. Grandpa Ike is racing in fourth. 2.5 Skyway Falcon fifth, and 8 off the lead. 3 more to Playing in the Shadow, followed by Jim Badger. Western Pursuit has a long way to come, and then it's too farther back to the pair of trailers. Old Pete and Luke is just outside of that one. Over to halftime, Cash Ever After, hard used early, clears the top, but right back out at him is My Pal Mark, 55-3. Those two are hooked up, but the advantage this time is for Cash Ever After, who has the rail in the lead. It's a half a length. My Pal Mark hung out second. Satin Affair getting the perfect journey along the rail in third. Second over now, moving with the cover, is Grandpa Ike in fourth position. Skyway Falcon a closer fifth, only 4.5 off the lead as the backfield starts to close in. Western Pursuit is only 5 lengths off the lead, racing in sixth position. Then it's Playing in the Shadow, Old Pete, Jim Badger, Luke, 3/4. 124-3. 3/16 of a mile left as they move to head stretch. Cash Ever After still leads by a length. My Pal Mark between horses. Here comes Skyway Falcon on the extreme outside, and Satin Affair looks to dip down to the passing lane as they make the turn for home now. Cash Ever After with a host of pursuers. Skyway Falcon down the center. Satin Affair late pace. Far outside is Grandpa Ike in Western Pursuit, but Skyway Falcon is drawing away in the final yards. Satin Affair up second. Cash Ever After third in 1:54. Skyway Falcon back to the winner's circle. 5 wins this season. 5-year-old Bay Stallion by Falcon Almahurst out of Tara of Sealy by Abercrombie, owned by Dick Bruchs of Brookville, Ohio. Jeff Cox is the winning trainer. Greg Grismore is the winning driver. 8-1 exact at 37.20. Try 8-1-6-3, 30-40. And Greg Grismore drives to his timely scooter on by the SmackDown stable with Jack Daly. Number 3 is Game Geno by Russo, Washburn, and the Highlight stable. Bob Harper is up. For a star prospect done by Danny Ater, Kyle Ater drives. 5 is Jocko Chip on by the Darby's Edge stable and Juma Morgan with Elliott DEATON up. 6 is Badberry Creek on by Reed Racing and Mona Almond with Jeff Fout. And the 7 is Ready Raider on by the Hartley Farms and Paul Gillenwater with Todd Jones. That's your field for the 6th race. Post time in 7 minutes. Claiming Pacers are lined up for the 6th race, and there they go. And they're off. 3 of them rather eager. Timely Scooter, star prospect between horses. Ready Raider from 3 deep, getting away in 4th position. Gully Whopper, then it's 2 farther back to Game Geno, followed by Jocko Chip. Early trailer is Badberry Creek as they move around to head stretch for the first time. Timely Scooter leads the way. Ready Raider up alongside the challenge second. 2 back star prospect third. Another 3 more. Gully Whopper lays off the speed in 4th. 3 in back of that one is Game Geno, followed by Jocko Chip and Badberry Creek. The quarter in a fast 26-2. And Ready Raider was parked throughout that fast quarter. Leads it by a length. Timely Scooter pops right back out of the pocket to retake. 2.5 farther back. Star Prospect is third. Gully Whopper draws a closer 4th. Game Geno is 5th. Jocko Chip is 6th. And Badberry Creek is 7th and last. 12 off the lead. Moving around the clubhouse turn, it's Timely Scooter back in command here. Timely Scooter from Ready Raider in second. Star Prospect a patient third. And there goes Greg Grismore moving to the outside with Gully Whopper ranging up uncovered in 4th. Moving with that cover, Game Geno 4 off the lead in 5th. Another 2 back to Jocko Chip, and Badberry Creek continues to trail. 55-4 for the half. Less than 3/8 of a mile left to pace as they head midway through the backstretch. And Timely Scooter is leading the way. Timely Scooter, Gully Whopper uncovered, grinding it out the outside second. Ready Raider a ground saving third. Second over Game Geno racing in 4th. Along the rail at Star Prospect 5th. Pinned down to the cones. 3 wide is Jocko Chip. Trailer remains Badberry Creek in 1:25-2. Moving around to the head of the lane. And it's still Timely Scooter leading the way. But bearing down is Gully Whopper on the outside. And Ready Raider's going to try to re-rally up the passing lane. Driving through the stretch. Timely Scooter under an all-out drive. Gully Whopper on the outside. Ready Raider is driving up the inside. It's Gully Whopper drawing away in the final stages to win. Then it was Timely Scooter and Star Prospect in 1:54-3. Seven-year-old brown gelded son of Sweet Meadow Dock out of Elfin Annie by Armbro Alert. 10 victories in 23 attempts on the season. 1:54-3 the time for this one. 3 of 3 in this pick 3, 96.80. Here they are for the 7th race. 1 is North Wind, owned by Jerome Grogan, the driver Jack Daly. 2 is Kelly Tuck Zack, owned by Tom Osborne, Mark Winters drives. 3 is Armbro Vaudeville, owned by H.S. Hoffler and Sons Lumber, Jeff Fout. 4 is It's About Money, owned by Arledge and Rhodes, Bob Harper up. 5 is Carol Gamble's The Maestro and Jeff Nisonger. 6, Dancer's Legacy, owned by Philip Lyons and David Stratton. 7 is Traditional Frank, owned by Robert Chafin with Kyle Ater. 8 is Rackham's Road up at the Hartley Farm, Hartley and Gillenwater, Todd Jones. And the 9 is Edmund Cresty's Morgan's Mark and Greg Grismore. Post time in just 5 minutes. 5 minutes to post time at Scioto. just in front of Traditional Frank and Rackham's Road is last. Moving around to head stretch for the first time, and Morgan's Mark and Greg Grismore make the top, opening up 2.5 in 27-2. Passing the stands for the first time, it's Morgan's Mark leading the way by 2. Tracked by It's About Money. Armbro Vaudeville is on the move early on the outside, rolling up from third, second, and looking to brush to the front. Racing in fourth is Kelly Tuck Zack, span of 3 to North Wind. Next in line is the Maestro. Then it's Dancer's Legacy, who's an unhurried, racing third last, followed by Traditional Frank and Rackham's Road. Moving around the clubhouse turn. Up top now, it's Armbro Vaudeville. Armbro Vaudeville is leading the way by a length and a quarter, with Morgan's Mark back to second. Here comes Kelly Tuck Zack. First over on the outside third, half in 57 seconds flat. Along the rail, It's About Money is hemmed in fourth. Moving with cover, the Maestro, 3.5 off the lead in fifth. Third over in sixth is Dancer's Legacy, who's gaining ground on the outside. And then we have North Wind hemmed in at the rail, followed by Traditional Frank and Rackham's Road. 5/16 of a mile remaining as they enter the far turn. Armbro Vaudeville and Jeff Fout on a comfortable lead. It's a length and a half. Morgan's Mark just inside of Kelly Tuck Zack, second and third. 1:25-1. Moving around ahead stretch, and it's Armbro Vaudeville trying to take him in here, leads it by 2. Morgan's Mark in the pocket. Kelly Tuck Zack trying to hang tough. The Maestro on the far outside. It's About Money doesn't have it tonight. They're in the stretch. And it's Armbro Vaudeville leading by 2. Morgan's Mark is closing in second. Outside Kelly Tuck Zack. The Maestro's in gear. Armbro Vaudeville shortening up. Here's the Maestro nailing it in the final strides. Then it was Armbro Vaudeville second, followed by Morgan's Mark in third, 1:54. 380 to win. It's a 4-year-old bay gelding by Towner's Big Guy out of Ms. Prouty by Billy Dart, owned by Carol Gamble, trained by Steve Livingston, driven to victory by Jeff Nisonger, 1:54. $5-3 exact of $402.60. The trifecta was a biggie, 539, 10,484.60. Here they are for the 8th race. Exact in trifecta wagering, $9,000 open pace. 1 is Blake Castle, owned by Scott Glandon with Kyle Ater. 2 is Direct Bill, owned by Walter Shepner with Greg Grismore up. 3 is KAYNE, owned by David Roop with Bobby Harper. 4 is Marlowe Hanover, owned by Dino LaCastro with Elliott DEATON. 5 is Shady Legend, owned by Ed Mullinax with Jeff Fout. And the 6 is Walton Matera, owned by Dana Parham with Ken Holliday. 6 minutes. 8th race field, there they go. And they're off. Blake Castle in tandem with KAYNE. Direct Bill comes away in third. Gap of 2.5, Marlowe Hanover fourth. Then 3 back to the outsiders, Shady Legend and Walton Matera. As they move around to head stretch for the first time, and Blake Castle puts KAYNE in the pocket. It's a 3-length gap back to Direct Bill in third. Next in line is Marlowe Hanover in fourth, and then we come down to Shady Legend, and Walton Matera is last, 8 off the pace, 26-3. Solid opening quarter as they pass the stands for the first time with Blake Castle, your race leader, by a length and a quarter, being tracked closely by KAYNE in the pocket. Second, Direct Bill is third, and there goes Elliott DEATON and Marlowe Hanover underway on the outside. Fourth, Walton Matera moves with cover in fifth, and also moving up from the back of the pack is Shady Legend, as they're now double tiered as they round the turn on the way to halftime. And Marlowe Hanover now clears off from Blake Castle in second, KAYNE in third. Left coverless in fourth is Walton Matera. Then it's the pair of Direct Bill and Shady Legend is last, 5 off the lead. 56-1 off the turn in down the backstretch. It's Marlowe Hanover now making the pace from Blake Castle in second. The first over for grind for Walton Matera on the outside third. KAYNE is hemmed in along the rail in fourth. Gapping cover on the outside fifth is Shady Legend, and Direct Bill has been shuffled back to last. It's Marlowe Hanover leading to 3/4 in 1:23-4, 27-3 on the third fraction as they move to head stretch. Marlowe Hanover leads a half a length. Walton Matera to his flank in second. Just in behind is Blake Castle, followed by KAYNE, Shady Legend, and Direct Bill, and they're in the stretch. And it's Marlo Hanover, desperate, trying to hold on. Walton Matera is bearing down from the outside. Blake Castle with some late pace along the rail. Marlo Hanover, Walton Matera can't get by. Walton Matera just gets by. Then it was Marlo Hanover and Blake Castle, 153. Back to the winner's circle. Here comes Walton Matera, a 6-year-old bay gelded son of Walton Hanover out of Veronica Vance by Vance Hanover. That's a double for owner Dana Parham and trainer Robin Schatt. And it's a triple for Ken Holliday. 5 wins on the season for Walton Matera, 153. One is Staying Away, owned by Dana Parham. Ken Holliday drives. The 2 is Moe's Muffler Shop, owned by Reed Racing and Mona Almond with Jeff Out. 3 is Dean and Denny Miller's Jess Cash and Jim Daly. Special K is the 4. He's owned by Robert McCoy. Greg Grismore, the driver. 5 is Don Van Scooter, owned by Paul Gillenwater with Todd Jones. 6 is Chemo Denault, owned by Bruce Soulsby with Rick Shout. 7 is Double Down, owned by Mark Deaton with Elliott Deaton. The 8 is Flashes the Future, owned by Alan Hoke with Kyle Ater. And the 9, Blast the Siren, is owned by Davis and Arnold. Kane Kauffman. Post time, 6 minutes. There they go for the 9th. And they're off. From mid-track, Special K is out for the lead. Double Down from alongside. Nearest the rail is Moe's Muffler Shop. Staying Away comes away in 4th. Jess Cash looks to tuck in 5th, just in front of Don Van Scooter. Then it's Chemo Denault, followed by Flashes the Future. Blast the Siren is last. Moving ahead stretch for the first time, and it's a headstrong Double Down, who now clears off from Special K in 2nd. 2 back, Moe's Muffler Shop is 3rd, and Staying Away is angled to the outside in 4th, 27-2. Passing the stands for the first time. Up top, it's Double Down. Double Down from Special K, and Staying Away is rolling up uncovered in 3rd. Along the rail, Moe's Muffler Shop is 4th by 2. Jess Cash is 5th. Don Van Scooter is brought to the outside in 6th. 2.5 more to Chemo Denault, followed by Flashes the Future, and Blast the Siren is last of the 9 as they round the clubhouse turn with Double Down, your pace setter. Double Down leads by a length. Staying Away is inching up on the outside, 2nd to half in 56-1. Special K getting the perfect trip in the garden spot 3rd, and Don Van Scooter is in gear and catching the cover on the outside, 3 off the lead in 4th. Moe's Muffler Shop is covered up at the rail in 5th. Length and a half, Jess Cash is 6th. Chemo Denault is off the rail trying to gain ground from 7th, still 7 lengths off the lead, and then it's Flashes the Future and Blast the Siren. They're approaching the 3/4. Double Down still leads it. Staying Away yet to put in a major challenge. Special K continues to skim the cones in the pocket. 3 wide, Don Van Scooter, followed by Moe's Muffler Shop in 1, 24-2. Moving around to head stretch, it's Double Down leading the way. 3 wide, Don Van Scooter. Special K just in behind, and Staying Away relents between horses as they turn for home now. It's Double Down leading the way. Here comes Special K out of the pocket and charging hard, and Special K collars Double Down in deep stretch and draws away. It's Special K. Second money tight between Double Down and Jess Cash in 1, 53-3. 4-7 exact, the return $62.80. The try 473, 236.20. Back to the winner's circle is Special K, a 4-year-old bay stallion by Nuclear Siren out of Cali, Hanover by Colt 46, owned by Robert McCoy. The winning trainer is Tom Blankenship with a triple tonight. Driver Greg Grismore. That's also 3 on the season for Special K, 153-3. 10th race, Invitational Pacers. Number 1 is Category 5, owned by Scott Glandon. Kyle Ater drives. 2 is Uphill Battle, owned by the Hartley Farms and Paul Gillenwater. Todd Jones. 3 is Cam's Rocket, owned by Dino LaCastro with Elliott DEATON. 4 is Arts Challenge, owned by Dana Parham with Ken Holliday. Crystal Bride is the 5, owned by Jack Tremonti and El Mullinax with Chip Noble. And the 6 is Art.com, owned by Lehman, Gregory, Chatkin, and Stambaugh with Jeff Fout. Post time, it's 7 minutes. Pacers are lined up for the 10th race, the Invitational, and there they go. They're off. Category 5 from the inside leaves. From 3 deep, it's Arts Challenge. And Uphill Battle will settle away in 3rd position. A gap of 2 farther back to Cam's Rocket, followed by Crystal Bride in the early trailer is Art.com, who is 8 off the pace as they move to head stretch for the first time. And Arts Challenge on the outside, and Ken Holliday working their way to clear the top from Category 5. It's a gap of 2. To Uphill Battle, 3rd. Cam's Rocket is 4th. And then it's Crystal Bride and Art.com, the quarter, in a fast 26 and 2 as they pass the grandstand for the first time. And Kyle Ater with an aggressive move pops out of the pocket to overtake Arts Challenge for the lead. Uphill Battle is racing in 3rd. Cam's Rocket is 4th. A 3-length separation to Crystal Bride, and Art.com remains the back marker as they round the clubhouse turn with Category 5. Long shot, Category 5 is leading the way by a length and a quarter. Arts Challenge is drafting along in 2nd now, and Todd Jones pulls first up with Uphill Battle on the outside 3rd, the half in 55 and 1. Now moving with cover, Cam's Rocket is 3 off the lead, racing in 4th, and then it's Crystal Bride and Art.com trails 6 off the lead. Less than 3/8 remaining as they race midway through the backstretch. Category 5 continues to show the way. Pressed from the outside by Uphill Battle. Arts Challenge is now getting the perfect trip in the pocket. 2nd over, Cam's Rocket remains 2.5 off the lead. Then Crystal Bride and Art.com in 1:23 and 2. 3/16 of a mile left as they make the turn for home. Category 5 trying to hold off a challenge from Uphill Battle on the outside. Just in behind, Arts Challenge is in the pocket. And then on the far outside, Cam's Rocket and Crystal Bride as they turn down the stretch, all chasing Category 5. Closing up the inside is Arts Challenge. Far outside, Crystal Bride is closing strong. Arts Challenge the inside, Crystal Bride the outside. Arts Challenge, another win for Ken Holliday. Crystal Bride 2nd, Art.com 3rd in 1:52 and 2. Bound for the winner's circle is Arts Challenge, a 4-year-old bay gelding by Arts Place out of Napa Valley by Most Happy Fella. 3 wins tonight for owner Dana Parham, trainer Robin Schapp, and 4 wins for Ken Holliday in his return to Scioto Downs, 1:52 and 2. That is a lifetime best for Arts Challenge. Here they are for the 11th race. 1 is Slippery Sammy, owned by Annette Horn. Harry Fisher drives. 2 is Daresbury Lane, owned by Casper's Stable with Elliott DEATON. 3 is Let's Rock, owned by Veach and Wiley, Jeff Nisonger. 4 is Belmatlantic, owned by Michael Ukrin with Chip Noble. The 5 horses out. The 6 is Positive Scooter, owned by Marvin Godown with Kate KAUFFMAN. 7 is Full of Cam, owned by Robinson and Robinson, Kyle Ater. The 8 is out. The 9 is DeLeon, owned by Bridget Burgess with Greg Grismore up. Post time at 6 minutes. There they go. And they're off. 1 Slippery Sammy off stride, trailing the field. Full of Cam takes the lead. Let's Rock from the inside 2nd. DeLeon cuts over to grab the 3rd spot, followed next by Belmatlantic. And then it's Positive Scooter, followed by Daresbury Lane. And again, the distant trailer remains Slippery Sammy, who is still off stride. Moving around to head stretch for the first time, and Kyle Ater is making the early pace with Full of Cam. Full of Cam by 2. Let's Rock in the pocket 2nd. DeLeon is third. Belmont Atlantic is fourth. The opening quarter in a moderate 28 seconds flat as they come by the stands for the first time. And this is your 1-2 favorite. FALCON trying to get the job done in here. FALCON leads it by 2. Being tracked by the long shot. Let's Rock in the pocket second. DeLeon skims the cones in third. Positive Scooter first over on the outside in fourth position, and now flushes out the cover of DeLeon. Along the rail in fifth as they round the turn is Belmont Atlantic, and then we come back to Daresbury Lane and far back to Slippery Sammy. They're off a half in 58-1. Off the turn and down the backstretch, it's FALCON on a comfortable 2-length lead. DeLeon has worked his way up into second. Let's Rock is gapped a length at the rail in third. Positive Scooter is gapping Cover on the outside fourth, 3.5 off the lead. Belmont Atlantic's yet to pick it up. Neither is Daresbury Lane. That one is 5 lengths off the pace setter and sixth, much farther back to Slippery Sammy. They're at the 3 quarters. FALCON leads them there in 1:26-2, 28-1 in the third quarter. It's FALCON by a length and a half, holding DeLeon at bay. Let's Rock is trying to re-rally in third. Positive Scooter 3 wide off Cover fourth. And here comes Daresbury Lane cranking it up in the back of the pack 4 wide with 5 to make up. They turn down the stretch. And it's FALCON leading it by 2. Let's Rock is getting no closer in second, and neither is anyone else. It's FALCON. FALCON goes on to score by 3. Let's Rock holds second. Positive Scooter third in 1:54-2. Back to the winner's circle is FALCON. The 6th victory on the season for that one. 1:54-2 is the fastest of those winning miles. An 8-year-old son of Campbell out of Colleen Hanover by Albatross, by Donald Robinson and Michael Robinson. Dan Ater is the winning trainer. Kyle Ater is the winning driver. Here's your 12th race. Field 1 is Magic Sabra by Johnson Hill Jr. with Ken Holliday. 2 is Nonell owned by Conklin and Taylor, Tom Hall. New Box is the 3 owned by Greg Luther, Kyle Ater drives. 4 is Lock and Load owned by Tasmanian Stables with Jeff Out. 5 is Showtime Clyde owned by Hugh McCann, he drives. Beaumont is the 6 owned by Robert Grubaugh Jr. with Elliott Deaton. 7 is Johnny Begun owned by Billy Sanders with Jeff Nisonger. 8 is Swingtown owned by Paul Simpson, Jim Daly drives. 9 is Yankee Lahar owned by Philip New with Jack Daly. And the 10 horse is Senor Jamie owned by Ben Ackley with Greg Grismore. Post time at 7 minutes. Twelfth race field lined up and set to go. They're off. Yankee Lahar from the far outside goes right out to take the lead. Just behind that one, New Bucks to the outside of Magic Sabra, second and third. Another 2-back Senor Jamie comes away in fourth. Nonell ducks down into a hole in fifth. 2.5 clear of Lock and Load in sixth. Showtime Clyde is racing seventh. Beaumont at eighth. Then it's Johnny Begun and Swingtown is the trailer as they move to head stretch for the first time. And New Bucks now looks to drive on by and overtake Yankee Lahar for the lead, 27-4 for the opening quarter as they pass the stands for the first time. And it's New Bucks now calling the shots, leading Yankee Lahar by a margin of 2. The rail ride from Magic Sabra racing in third. Next in line, Senor Jamie is fourth. 2.5 back, Nonell is fifth. Jeff Out starts to get underway with Lock and Load on the outside in sixth. Now flushing out as they race around the clubhouse turn. Greg Grismore and Senor Jamie, they hit the half. New Bucks leads the way in 57 seconds flat off the turn and down the backstretch. It's New Bucks by 2. Senor Jamie drafting along in second. Along the rail, Magic Sabra is third. First over on the outside, Senor Jamie gradually gaining ground from fourth. Nonell is hemmed in fifth. Lock and Load trying to get into gear on the outside sixth, still far off the lead. Showtime Clyde comes to the outside seventh, and then a gap of 4 lengths farther back to a struggling trio made up of Beaumont, Johnny Begun, and Swingtown. They're at the 3 quarters in 1:25-3. Moving around to head stretch, and New Bucks is trying to leave his competitors behind now. He's got command by 3. Senor Jamie comes in a second. Yankee Lahar is dropping back steadily, followed by Lock and Load on the outside as they turn for home now. And it's New Bucks leading by 2.5 lengths. Senor Jamie trying to reel him in second. Another 2 back to lock and load in third. But New Bucks has enough of a buffer in here and will go on to win by 2.5. Senor Jamie second, lock and load third in 1:54 and 4. New Bucks, 6 wins this season, 1:54 and 4 is the fastest of those. A 12-year-old son of Annihilator out of Candy Bucks by Sun Sam, owned and trained by Greg Luther with a double tonight driver Kyle Ater. Here they are for the 13th race. One is Hunter, underleased to Jim Pollock Jr. Ken Kaufman is up. 2 is Lightning Colleen, owned by Larissa Powell and Robert Vickroy. Ken Holliday drives. Mickelson is the 3, owned by Andrew Franklin with Jeff Fout. 4 is Bye Bye Sydney, owned by Kim Dingledine with Jim Daly. 5 is Fun Bunch, owned by Danny Kelly with Jeff Nisongeer. 6, Traction Control is owned by William Cantrell with Elliott DEATON. 7 is Mac Perfect, owned by Clark and Terrell, Greg Grismore up. 8 is Record Season, owned by Paul Simpson with Jimmy Wisman. 9 is Childhood's End, owned by James Veach with Kyle Ater. The 10 is Letter of Mark, owned by SmackDown Stable, driven by Jack Daly. Post time at 6 minutes. The 13th race field is moving through the backstretch, and there they go. And they're off. Mickelson showing speed. Hunter from nearest the rail. From the far outside are both McPerfect and Childhood's End. Along the inside, Letter of Mark is also up close, followed next by Lightning Colleen. They move around to head stretch for the first time. And McPerfect and Greg Grismore draw out to lead it by a length and a quarter. Hunter is second, Record Season on an early gain from third, followed next by Letter of Mark in fourth. Childhood's End up on the outside in the developing cover flow, racing in fifth. Along the rail, Mickelson is sixth, quarter time in 28 seconds flat. Passing the stands for the first time, and Mac Perfect has a narrow lead. Jimmy Wisman in Record Season working hard to try to clear the top, but they're not going to get there before the turn. Hunter is racing in third. Letter of Mark is fourth to the inside of Childhood's End in fifth position. Along the rail in sixth as they race around the turn, that is Mickelson. And the length and a quarter back to Bye Bye Sydney, who's pinned down to the rail in seventh. Outside of him is Lightning Colleen, then it's Fun Bunch and Traction Control, the half in 57 and 1. Racing down the backstretch, and Mac Perfect continues to show the way. It's Mac Perfect by a length, holding off a challenge from Record Season, who's trying to drive on again with a second win on the outside. Hunter in the pocket third. Second over on the outside, Childhood's End is racing in fourth. With nowhere to go, Letter of Mark is racing in fifth. And with a sweeping move from the back of the pack, here comes Fun Bunch. 1:27 and 2, moving around a head stretch. And Mac Perfect is still leading the way. From the far outside, Fun Bunch moves in a second. Hunter squeezes his way off the rail and making headway along the inside. Letter of Mark now as they turn for home. Mac Perfect is desperately clinging to the lead. Outside is Hunter. Down along the rail, Letter of Mark is closing in. It's Letter of Mark managing to slip through and win it. Hunter was second, tight for third between Bye Bye Sydney and Traction Control in 1:57 and 1. The seas parted for Letter of Mark, who scores in here 1:57 and 1, just missing his season's best. He's a 5-year-old son of Mark Jonathan out of Say Adios by Captain Courageous. Some of the SmackDown stable. Winning trainer is Brett Landis. The winning driver is Jack Daly.